It's been over a year since the fight. And no, it wasn't a fight between my wife and I, although it did involve us. On February 27th, 2006, our son Jackson was born. He was, in a very literal sense, the miracle baby. You see, my wife has spina bifida. And, of course, all the doctors all her life have told her that you'll never have a baby. If you get pregnant, you'll never carry full term. Because, as somebody I once saw on here on YouTube say, doctors know what they're talking about because they go to school and they study science. Right. Before my wife got pregnant with Jackson, before her and I were ever together, she had 4 miscarriages. 2 single and 1 pair of twins. She lost the twins just before her and I met. Well, anyway, back to Jackson. She didn't want to take any chances with him at all. Every time she'd feel a pain, she'd go and talk to her doctor. If the pain lasted more than 5 or 6 minutes, she'd go ahead and head to the hospital because they told her that she can't go into labor early because of her physical condition. About halfway through the 7th month, her OB told her that he's treated several mothers who are spina bifida patients, and that she was by far the healthiest he had ever met, which is saying a lot because people with spina bifida have some health issues. Well, she was at home one day and her water broke. Well, it didn't break, it started leaking. She calls the doctor, talks to his nurse, tells him what's going on. They said, come on down to the hospital, we're going to get you ready. I went down there with her in the ambulance. A few hours later, they're prepping her for C-section because she's dilating, this baby's ready to come out. They take her back there, they have to put her completely under because of her spina bifida. They didn't know if the local anesthetic would work properly. So they put her completely under. After they get Jackson delivered, they bring me in, and I've got the video camera, and they're laying there all cute and tiny, and they're doing all their sucking and wiping and clipping and everything they do with a newborn baby. They take him to the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, which they have to do with any preemie babies, any C-section babies, and any babies born to high-risk mothers. There was really nothing wrong with him. He was just ever so slightly jaundiced, which is to be expected of a baby. It happens. And his temperature was a little down. No big deal. We went up there when my wife was able to get out of bed. Went up there, she held him, tried to feed him. What the nurses were doing was first they'd give him a bottle. He would suck on that for maybe a minute or two and get really tired. So they'd have to put the tube up his nose, and that pissed me off. But what really got us going was we told them specifically, let her nurse him first. Once he gets hungry, call, 1 floor down. Takes 2 minutes to get upstairs. Well, they didn't do that. They're having all kinds of issues, battling back and forth with them, nobody getting any kind of messages straight to us. So, the day we're supposed to take him home, the day before, the doctor comes down and says, well, he's all healthy, he's doing good, he's drinking, he's holding his weight, he's holding his temperature, we'll take him home tomorrow. Next day, I'm coming back from the cafeteria, just had lunch. My wife calls me, she's got her cell phone, I got mine. She says, get your ass in here, CPS is here trying to take Jackson. I booked it. I was there, I was maybe a good 6 or 7 minute walk away from there, I was there in a minute. Boom. It turned out some busybody nurse decided that because I wanted to wait until we were downstairs in our room to feed him, that she would put in the record in his files that I refused interaction with our child. She put in there that because April was heavily medicated because she was in pain, she called the nurse in to say, can you please take my child to the nursery to feed him because I'm extremely groggy and I don't want to drop him. The nurse puts in, mother was too tired to take care of the child, sent to the nursery. That wasn't what happened. And then we found out a little while later, just earlier this year, that when they did his initial blood chem panel, a normal blood alcohol level for any person, even an infant, is 500 whatever units they measure it. I don't know what it is. His screening came back 5,000. I think it was 5,836. Impossible. Physically impossible. So they screwed up something, and instead of saying we screwed up, we need to retest it, they said let's just take this kid away from this couple. This couple who's been, mother's been trying for years. Father has no record. So let's take this kid away from this happy couple. And they tried to say it was because of a misdiagnosis of mental health history on my wife. She lived in Ohio. She was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Her doctor here, which she was forced to get through various people, cleared the diagnosis, said there was no mental issues. And they tried to say it was her drug history. She'd been clean for over 10 years. Then they said that, oh, well, we think you might accidentally hurt him. Show me one parent out there who hasn't, picked a kid up and bonked their head, or grabbed them if they're going out the door and, pull their arm a little too hard. That's accidentally hurting a child. Does that mean every one of those parents needs to have their kid taken away from me? No. Or from them? No. So we fought for over a month. My son was placed in foster care with my sister, which was a good thing, because then we could go over there and see him, and there wasn't some couple we didn't know saying, well, you can be here for an hour, then you gotta leave because we're gonna have dinner and we're a family and you're not part of our family, blah 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 blah. I had to quit one of my jobs because of it. I was only seeing him for maybe an hour a day. It was causing extreme stress for me, for my wife, for my sister, for her family. Her and I damn near came to blows one night, my sister and I. But after a month of jumping through their hoops, fighting their legal little bunch of bullshit, we finally got him back. And, oh my God, if you have a chance to watch the Jackson and Me video vlog that I did with him, you'll see he is such a happy, healthy, well-adjusted child. Yeah, looking at all that, I can tell you that kid's abused and neglected, and they don't watch him like they're supposed to, and blah, 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 blah. And, funny, not long after we got him home, the neighbor that lived 2 doors over from us decided she was going to call CPS, telling them that when I went to work in the morning, April would go out, cruise the apartment complex looking for a cigarette. Now, by the time I got to work in the morning, it was about 8 o'clock. At 7, every morning, our sitter would show up and pick up Jackson and take him to her house, because my wife had school. I had work. We got notes from tenants all around our complex stating there is no way that child is left alone. There's no way that child is neglected. There is no way that child is abused. So, yeah, to that woman that decided she was going to get in our business, that's for you. Yeah, and by the way, her car was out here last week and it got towed away. So Karma bit her right in the ass. Karma, that big old Rottweiler that's hungry for asses. That's about it. That was our fight. That was something worth fighting for. That child changed our lives very fundamentally. Made us, brought us closer together. Made us happier. Made us, I guess, more of a couple. Gave us more of an amalgamation, you might say, I guess. I don't know. But, hold on. My ankle itches. I know I should do this after I'm done, but I don't care. Anyway, I'm going to try and stop this right at the 10-minute mark so that YouTube can say, hey, he's following the rules. So, on that note, tell me what you had to fight for. Tell me what changed your life. Tell me what made your life better. Tell me what made it worth it. Bye-bye.